On Sunday, I attended service. I attended Word Life Center International, and Reverend Godwin Abba spoke on children and parental honor. After that service, I got an inspiration that children and parental honor does not end when your parents are gone. That's when they are long gone. It doesn't end there. So you ask yourself this question: does parental honor end when they are gone? Should you honor your parents beyond the grave? Exodus 20 verse 12 says, honor your father and mother so that you may live long in the land the Lord has given you. Then Mark chapter 7 verse 9 to 10 says, for Moses, this is Jesus talking. Jesus was speaking here. He says, for Moses said, honor, revere with tenderness of feeling and deference your father and your mother. And he who curses or reviles or speaks evil of or abuses or treats improperly his father or mother, let him surely die. We have lots of examples of people who honored their father and their mother, their father after death. Number one is Joseph. Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers, rises to power in Egypt. Yet, amidst his prominence, he fulfills his promise to bury his father Jacob in Canaan, embodying respect beyond death. You know, this Joseph was the second in command in Egypt. He was a rich man in Egypt. His father told him to send him back to Canaan. Whenever he died, he should be buried in Canaan. So Joseph didn't say, I'm not a rich man in Egypt. I'm the second in command. How will I go back to that village, Canaan, to bury my father? What will people say? Who will attend the burial? If it's in Igbo land, they'll say, if I bury my father in so place, who is going to contribute money for me? Who will give me cow? Who will give me this? Right? But Joseph had to do that. He sent his father back to Canaan and buried his father in Canaan. Another person is Solomon. We all know about the story of King Solomon. David, before David died, he wanted to construct the temple. He had rules on how the construction of the temple is going to be. So Solomon followed his father's charge and honored the parental directives given to him by his father to create a legacy beyond their lifetime. Solomon did not say, whatever my father planned, yes, is good, but it is outdated. Solomon followed the plan the father had for that, for building that temple. Okay? He followed it down to the bone. I'm sure Solomon had dreams and aspiration concerning the temple, but he had to follow what King David told him to do, the vision of King David concerning that temple. And he did it. Upon Solomon had concubines, he had wives, he wasn't distracted. Some people, when you get married, maybe your parents were building a house in the village and they did not complete that house and they died. Then before they died, they must have told you, or you know that this is their wish, their all their dreams and aspiration is to complete the house in the village. Then when they die, you have the capacity. This one is not that you don't have the capacity. You have the capacity to complete the house on their behalf. You have younger ones, or some of you might even be the younger one. And you're planning to complete the house. Next thing, your wife will come and tell you, honey, please, don't complete that house. Who are you building it for? Che, papa and mama are dead. Don't complete the house. Instead, come and use their money to complete my father and my mother's house. They are alive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not good to build house for your parent, for your in-laws. However, why is it at that time when you are ready to finish up the house that your father started, that your wife will come and say that you should go and complete the house of her parents that are still alive? It doesn't work like that. So blessings follow all these things.
me talk to every daughter-in-law or son-in-law here. Consider your parent-in-laws to be your own parent. If they are bad, they wouldn't have given birth to the beautiful lady you got married to, or the responsible man you got married to. How can a parent raise up a man and make him the best of husband any lady could ever have on earth? And you are privileged to marry that man, and they want to disconnect him from the people who raised him and made him who you admired him to be. Where is the wisdom there? Say, no, you better take your either me or your parent. Either me or your parent. And now you marry me or you marry your mom. Hey, keep quiet. Keep quiet. This man you are jealous of. I mean, you are protecting and possessing. Somebody raised him to be this responsible for you to be able to possess him. Can't just come under many years. We want to scatter a relationship that started from the womb.
When I consider the vastness of God,